What's up, dudes? In today's video, we're going to be looking deep inside at the Black Ops 4 beta and discussing how I feel about the game and where it stacks up when compared to the other COD games released in recent years, as well as games that are very popular right now like Fortnite. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to subscribe to the channel and turn notifications on so you can stay up to date with all the videos that are being uploaded. So first things first, this was obviously a beta version of the game, and you'd expect many of the annoying bugs and crashes and glitches and stuff to be ironed out before the full release of the game. That being said, I still feel like Black Ops 4, even in this beta stage, is probably the least excited I've been for a Treyarch game, and I have the worst first impression of it so far. To begin with, one of the major reasons why I feel like I'm not super excited for this game is that the time to kill is very inconsistent and the gunfights are so random because of the amount of difference people can have in health, where sometimes they can be boosted to 200 with specialist abilities, they can have body armor, they can have 150, they can be regenning themselves in gunfights, that kind of stuff. And that stuff just leads to many inconsistent gunfights, which makes the game a lot more random, I would say, in the close fights engagements that you'd expect Call of Duty to run smoothly in. That brings me to the gear, which I think is very cool. Like, it's a good idea to be able to specialize your class in any way you want. Give something other than, like, tactical grenades, which is pretty stale in most COD games, in my opinion. But I feel that each gear item needs to have a downside to make them more balanced. Like, for example, body armor is something that needs to have, like, a downside, like a lower movement speed or something to counter off the extra health you get, because if there's no downside to using body armor, then everybody's just going to use it, and that's something that would not be great for this game, in my opinion. One thing I really enjoyed about the beta, however, and Black Ops 3 as well, was the specialist abilities. I feel that in Black Ops 4, they are really well implemented, and that the way they interact with each other in games, like to help capture flags, hold hard points, do anything really objective based, is great and leads to a very high skill gap, and like good teams really are able to work together and be hard to stop if they chain their specialists in certain ways, and you can pull off some really amazing plays this way. With that being said, I do feel like there's some absolute AIDS that can happen as a result of the specialist. The Riot Shield guy in particular, I'm looking at him like, who thought that was a good idea? You can shoot people and not get shot at the same time. Like, what kind of individual thinks of that? Who? Like, how bad do you have to be to think that we need to put that in the game? That's the worst person in Treyarch Studios at the game, if they even play this fucking game. I doubt it if they put shit like that in and think it's balanced. But, like, I just don't understand what they're thinking when they put stuff like that in the game. Moving on to the weapon balance, I feel like this is something that I can also complain about because the SMGs are too weak when it comes to gunfights up close with the ARs. SMG versus SMG, I'm fine with that. That seems to interact fairly well in close range engagements, medium range engagements. But when you're using an SMG and you come up against an AR, chances are, if it's up close, if it's medium range, you're pretty much going to lose no matter what, at least in the second week of the beta. In the first week of the beta, it was the other way around. ARs are very underpowered. So I don't know if this is just a result of it being a beta, and they're tuning the weapons, trying to find where the perfect Goldilocks zone is. But either way, in the current build of the game, the SMGs need to be able to beat ARs in point blank close range engagements for this game to have any chance of being successful. Another thing that got on my nerves when it comes to the guns was the sniping. This game had sniping that was very similar to Black Ops 2 in my opinion, and that is something that made me so mad back when Black Ops 2 was the game that was most popular, really. But the thing about Black Ops 2 is it was a really good game overall, like at the core. So you were able to look at other good stuff in the game to distract from the fucking cancer that the snipers caused. But Black Ops 4 isn't as good a game in my opinion down to the core. So you're really just left getting quickscoped through walls and shit by apparently superhumans. Like, I don't understand. The game is just, the snipers need to not be as good as they are in Call of Duty. It's ridiculous to me. Another thing that Black Ops 2 that was so much better than Black Ops 4 was score streaks. I don't know what's going on with recent COD games, but they don't understand the fact that score streaks is what makes Call of Duty Call of Duty. You need to have score streaks that are really powerful and kill lots of people, especially when it's a 13 kill streak. I expect a 13 kill streak, or like the highest kill streak in the game. Think about like MW2. The highest kill streak was the chopper gunner and stuff like that, or like, well, it was the nuke obviously, but you had the AC-130, you had the chopper gunner, and those would get you like 10 kills at least. But in this game you got the strafe run, and then you got the strike team. Strafe run, everybody's inside, so there's no point. All the maps have buildings. Maybe that was just in the beta, I'm not sure. But then you have the strike team, who just lands. It's 2 guys, strike team, it should be strike pair, and they just land and they get killed instantly. Or maybe they get you like 2 kills. If you're lucky, you get maybe 5. But to me, these streaks need to be better. If the best streak in your game is the Hellstorm missile, and it's not even as good as the Hellstorm missile in other COD games, you're going to have an issue, in my opinion. Streaks is what makes Call of Duty Call of Duty. And without that, it's just missing a really big element to the game for me. And so, with the inconsistent gunfights, the bad streaks, or the not very good streaks, the somewhat dodgy weapon balance, this game, to me, like I said earlier, is the least excited I've ever been for a Treyarch game. Normally it's in Treyarch we trust, but this year I'm going to have to say, like, this game is a 4 out of 10 at best right now. Black Ops 4 out of 10. That's what the title of the game should be. Black Ops 4 out of 10. Now, that is if Treyarch does not improve upon these things, the score streaks in particular. Right now, they need to really do that if they're going to try and even come close to the success that past COD games have had. If they're trying to really improve this game, they really need to hope that the Battle Royale mode, the Blackout mode, whatever it's called, really, really is a major success. Because that, in my opinion, will take away some of the console Fortnite player base, especially, and even if they decide to go free to play with the Blackout mode, then you might see COD gaining some of that fan base that has switched over to Fortnite and other games in recent years, because Call of Duty in the recent years has really gone away from its roots. So I think if COD went back to its roots, like I said, and the Battle Royale mode, the Blackout mode, is a success, you're going to have good zombies, then you'll have a decent multiplayer experience. Zombies is always really good, and then you'll have a Battle Royale, which is the most popular game mode in in video game history, pretty much. And with that, I think you're looking at the three really good modes that would create a very good game in the Call of Duty franchise. Alright, dudes, that's going to be it for the commentary today. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you liked my thoughts on the Black Ops 4 beta. I want you to leave your thoughts on the game and what you think Treyarch needs to change, if Call of Duty is going to be a success, in the comments below. And be sure to stay tuned and watch the rest of the gameplay, as you'll see a pretty hilarious crash that actually happened to me in the beta. This is like the only time my game crashed, but I was like 77 and like 20, and my game just froze and locked up, and that was it for the day, pretty much. I couldn't really find the motivation to play the game anymore after that. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. Leave a like if you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. Peace.
Hardpoint lost. UAV standing by. Be advised. Hostile attack deploy beacon active.
50% time check. See UAV at 50% power.
We're losing the fight.
You locked in the
Hardpoint is secure. Hardpoint located. Hardpoint locked down.
Nomad is
offline.
done. Deleted file.
Hostile